action continues on Kababayan today as we celebrate and commemorate Filipino-American History Month, this month of October. We also celebrate the launch of Kababayan today in Hawaii. I was there recently, in fact last week, for the press conference at the Philippine Consulate General in Honolulu. I met a lot of you guys. Aloha. Thank you so much for the warm reception. And I had a blast on the first night at the press conference. Here's what happened. The aloha spirit is something that the islands of Hawaii are known for, and that's what I felt and received last week when I visited Oahu for the launch of Kababayan Today on Kiku.
Magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. Kinagagalak kong makapiling kayong muli dito sa ating alay sa Sakada Lanai. And tonight marks a very important occasion. And it's an opening. We are now given an opportunity, a very valuable opportunity, thanks to Kiko TV and thanks to Ms. Janelle So. We have now a very important opportunity to propagate not only our culture but also the news among Filipino communities, so that we members of the members of the Filipino-American community can communicate with each other and share as many things as possible regarding our culture, regarding the issues that face all of you in the United States, and also the issues facing us as representatives of the Philippine government in dealing with our Filipino-American community in the United States. So tonight, let's all welcome, ladies and gentlemen, let's all welcome with hearty applause, Ms. Janelle So. Aloha.
Vice Consul Joylene Espinosa planned and prepared the press conference that was held at the Philippine Consulate General in Honolulu.
Wanted to present something something special for Janelle. So may I call on Uncle Joe Lazo to tell us more about what he has initiated and prepared for Janelle and Kababayan today. Uncle Joe?
Upon receiving the press invite for the launch, well-esteemed radio commentator Jose Lazo, lovingly referred to by the community as Tata Joe, mobilized the Filipino leaders in Hawaii, including elected officials of Filipino descent, to give this plaque of recognition to America's first and only daily talk show for and about the Filipinos.
It's very entertaining, very informative, and we watched you interviewing a lot of people, different professions, and we really admire you for that, and we really appreciate you for that, and we thank you for that.
Among the elected officials who welcomed us to the islands was no less than the State Senate President herself, Donna Mercado Kim.
I grew up in Kalihi-Palama. We were quite poor. We lived in a two-story walk-up. We didn't have any running hot water. There were 5 kids, my mom and dad, 2-bedroom. And I didn't have a room. We didn't have any running hot water. We had to boil water on the stove. Both parents worked. My mom worked nights as a waitress. My dad worked during the day as a carpenter. And I always wanted more. I always felt that we should have more. My Filipino upbringing, my grandpa, my grandma, they lived in the back. And I got a lot of my culture and my public service from my grandpa. He was always politicking and preaching and going down to Ala Park and trying to bring the community together. And I think that kind of stayed with me throughout my life.
Kababayan Senator Brickwood Galuteria of District 12, also the chairman of the Committee on Tourism and Hawaiian Affairs, gave us some tips about tourism in the place.
I think the special part is what we refer to intangibly as the aloha spirit, and that is something that's hard to explain but easy to feel. You know, it's giving unconditionally, and when you receive not needing to feel as if you need to return what you've given. So I think of all, and it's something that all of the world experiences, but in Hawaii we like to think of it as the aloha spirit. My grandfather comes from Bakara. And he instilled in me a great pride in being Filipino. I'm Filipino, Hawaiian, and Portuguese. And he came to Hawaii to be part of the Hawaii that we know today. and I represent the area that he called home, the Kaka'ako urban Honolulu area. So I'm very, very proud to be able to see that the Gullah areas are still part of the Kaka'ako urban landscape of Hawaii. And that's why I came here today to pay a special tribute to you for being a part of Hawaii today.
During the press conference, Phyllis Kihara, general manager of the station, assured the members of the Filipino community that Kiku is committed to serving Kababayans on the islands by giving them quality Filipino programs.
Many of you may think of Kiku as a Japanese station, but the reality is that we are also a Filipino station. We have been airing Filipino programs for close to 20 years. And actually, we are in fact the only station in Hawaii airing free Filipino programs. Right. So, and it's our goal to keep expanding. Kababayan today is the latest program that we've added, and we hope to keep expanding. Having local programming is the lifeblood of any community and any TV station, and as Consul General Torres said and as Janelle said, we really want to be responsive to our community, to tell the stories about the people, about the issues, about what's happening here. So please tell us, please share with us what's happening, what you wanted to have said, and we want to air it.
Kababayan Today now airs in Hawaii weekdays on Kiku TV, Channel 9.